55 verse 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. But war was in his heart. Psalms chapter 55 verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. But war was in his heart.
Okay, that's Esau's MO. Okay, it says his what? His words were smoother than what?
His words. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
And softer than what?
But war was in his heart.
But war was in his heart. Okay? That's why every time Esau come around here trying to spew his madness, we don't believe in anything that he say. Everything that he say, you have to take it with a grain of salt. Because he's just trying to deceive you. He's trying to put you in the darkness, man. You know, because when we Native Americans, man, he lied to them. For every treaty that he developed, that he established with the Native Americans, he broke every single one of them. Okay, because the scriptures say what?
His words were softer than oil.
Okay.
Yet were they drawn swords.
Yet were they drawn swords. Okay? So everything that Esau tells you, don't believe it. If he's talking about peace and safety and all those things, believe it not. Because behind his back is a sword. He's getting ready to backstab you and send you further into captivity.
Hey, if y'all just saw Esau when he was standing there, the dude said, "I liked you better when you had a smile on your face." You know
that's what the dude
said? Yeah, that's what he said to him.
Wow.
Like, he ain't smiling now because he hearing his truth. You know?
Oh, so that brother, man, hey, that was very wise of that brother, man. Cause he could be the most I could show him mercy for that, man. He's like, I like you better when you were smiling. Damn. Was that supposed to be an underhand compliment?
I don't know.
It could have been a backhand compliment.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 10. Never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. You know, so Esau, you know, he's a serpent, he's a snake. You know, he might come up to you and say, "Hey, buddy," you know, you might come up here and say, "Hey, buddy," right. You know, but in his heart, you know, he's trying to overthrow you, like he did the Gadites, you know, like he did the Seminole Indians, you know, like he did the people of this land. All right.
Am I the only one smelling bologna?
Smell like piss.
Piss
and food.
Man, that shit weird, man. Babylon, man. We ain't got to worry about that shit. Only in Esau pits is gonna smell like that.
That's why.
Oh, she back. Spelling flies and shit. Oh, bro. Them flies and shit. I'm like, hey, that's that. And you know, she was scoffing that one day. It can be that demonic presence. You know what I'm saying? That bad smells come around. I knew I wasn't tripping, man. Oh.
Man, the Jiggle Trouble is gonna smell the worst.
Oh, it's gonna be terrible out here, bro. Them dead bodies all over everywhere. People gonna be defecating in the streets. You know, because people are like, I'm not gonna find a bathroom to go take a piss in the shit anymore. I'm gonna do it outside. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be no tissue. Cats gonna be using rocks and leaves and shit. You know what I'm saying? So people ain't gonna be able to find trees, so they gonna use this like shit. I might be able to curve this rock, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, that's the stuff that's gonna happen in this place, man. Sure, yeah, Lord. You know, what was? Oh, you was reading that. No, go ahead, like the instance, bro. I'll finish up on it. Okay,
Damn,
you got it
that's-
already? Sirach? Yeah, Sirach 12 and 10.
That's crazy, man.
You
That's
can read
crazy.
11. Sirach 12 and 11.
Sirach 12, verse 11. It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good
He
heed.
might be a Jake because of that. You know, I ain't never seen an Edomite swag.
Never.
Ever. Unless they was like homeless or something.
It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away.
That's right, Gabar.
Can I hold one?
He says,
Can I hold one?
he says his wickedness ain't gonna be able to be altogether wiped away. It's gonna still be there, man. All right, that's why these so-called white people, they like to tell you everything is good, yeah, dap you up, be friends with you. Hey, they being wicked, man. They just waiting for a time to overthrow you, man. That's
They
it, man.
always thinking like, don't ever think that they're not thinking about that.
That's right,
They
man.
are.
It says though he come crouching, you know, though he humble himself and come crouching. Hey, what was Esau doing out here on the bike earlier? Hey, come on, guys, when can I get
exactly.
in?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
being
But
all
I remember how many times he done called us terrorists. How many times he say fuck y'all? You know what I'm saying? All that kind of stuff, man. So though they come crouching and try to humble themselves, hey, that's a tactic. You know, it's just like what does a possum do as a defensive mechanism? It plays dead.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They try to let you know what's going on. They try to let you know one thing when something else is completely different, man. You know, that's how Esau do. He show you that he all nice and sweet and all of that. Nah, man, he ain't nice and sweet, man. He's a serpent ready to attack, man. That's it. But he got a, you know, he'll be a snake out there, but he got a face on like a sheep or something. Hey, what does it say? You know, they're wolves in sheep's clothing. You know, that's what Edomites do, man. You have something, brother?
Yeah. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 3, verse 18. I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich, and white raiment, that thou mayest be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear, and anoint thine eyes with eye salve, that thou mayest see. All right, you know, so hey, to be anointed with this truth, man, the Lord, he's blessing you to be able to see this world from a different point of view, man. All right, you see the wickedness of the so-called white man. You see everything at a different viewpoint, man. All right, you see the hatred, man. You see the perpetual hatred every day, man.
And you see everything in righteousness, man. I mean, because when we were in the world, we couldn't see anything, man. Because Esau tries to remove righteousness from the world, okay, and establish wickedness and try to convince you that is righteousness.
And you see the fact that he lies about everything, man. Esau lies about everything. And I wanted to bring this out. 2nd Ezra chapter 7, verse 44 says, intemperance is at an end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up. All right, the truth is being sprung up, man. You know, through the spirit of Yahweh Shai, through his prophets, man. You know, the truth is being brought out every day, man. Videos going out by brothers every day. You know? So you can't hide from this truth, man. It's being brought up, you know, every day.
You can run, but you can't hide.
That's right.
Yeah, the Lord got to completely page, man. The Lord got to completely do away with it, and that's why we call him a cancer, man. You know, got to do away with this place, man. Got to do away with the filth that's in Babylon, man.
Precept. This is Isaiah 5, verse 20. It says, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Okay, those are the wicked of the world, man, and primarily that goes for Esau, because Esau, he calls evil good, man, and good evil. Okay, and he puts bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Everything that's righteous, he tries to remove it and demonize it upon the face of the earth. And everything that's wicked, he tries to put it in some kind of form of light, as if it's good. Okay, that's how he deceitfully deceived the world, man. Okay, calling evil good, man. But we're here on the highways and byways, and we're telling you everything that this kingdom considers to be good is wickedness, according to the Most High. Okay.
Selling your soul, man. They call that.
Yeah.
They put that as at a high stature in this society.
Con.
You know, being rich.
Con.
You know, dyeing your hair. You know, Jaden Smith, he had what? His hair pink now.
Pink and shaved his eyebrows.
Shaved his shit right on the stage.
Bugged out.
Terrible, bro.
But people view him wise. You know.
Most High fucking her up, man.
You know.
Jacking her
I got a
ass.
precept. This is Amos 5 and 14 through 15. It says, seek good and not evil, that ye may live. And so the Lord, the power. I was getting out of my car and I was like wiping my car down. I maybe had on like my dress shirt and some pants. He didn't even know who I was. He was like, what's up, man? Can I get some change? And then I looked at him and I was like, nah, I ain't got nothing for you, man. He was like, wait, do I know you, Chris? And then I was like, nah, you got the wrong person, man. I got in the car with it. They took off, bro.
Hey, that's the second account. That's the second account you told me or something like that.
Bro.
They just don't recognize you, bro.
Yep.
Wow.
That's the Lord, man. You know, the Lord has that the spirit, that transfiguration going. Because even when Yahushua resurrected, did the apostles not even notice him?
Right.
You know, he came around them and they didn't even know who he was, man. You know, so the Lord will sometimes change our countenance in front of our enemies when we in public, so they don't make that connection. That's another cloaking mechanism to keep us safe.
I was
You know what I'm
walking
saying?
downtown. I seen him too. Me and my cousin, because our cousin when he got out of jail, he was getting ready to fight that
yeah,
dude.
yeah, I remember
Then
that.
we saw him. Then they was talking to each other. I was like, "You don't remember that dude?" He was like, "Oh yeah, that is him." Wow. Yeah, they don't even.
But you
They don't even
said the apostles
remember.
don't even call themselves good.
Yeah, they don't be like, yeah, we good men. You know what I'm saying?
I got a precept real quick. This is Matthew chapter 19 and verse 17.
Con.
And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? And there is none good but one, that is the Most High. But if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments. All right, so that was Yahweh Shai saying, that was Yahweh Shai saying, why callest thou me good? There is none good but one. All right, so if Yahweh Shai didn't even call himself good, what more his servants? All right,
Right.
The scriptures say the servant is no greater than the master.
You think that's because Yahweh Shai, he knew who he was in reincarnation.
Exactly.
That the fact that he was going off, so he wasn't ultimately perfect.
That's right. That's right. He knew what type of shit he was doing in his past life.
Exactly.
And even though we don't know exactly what